Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to episode 11 of the Rune Sunday stream. This week we have a pretty packed episode for you guys. It's definitely not going to be a short stream today. We're going to be, giving you guys an update about Infinite. A general update, about like released frame, not date, but like a released time frame. We're going to be giving you guys more information about what the game is going to be aiming to be, the rewards in the game. We're also going to be showing you guys a short video about some of the skills that are going to be in Infinite that I made with a lot of headache because Premiere did not want to work with me last night. And we have Liviu here to give us the details, the inside scoop on the development of Infinite. And we also have Matt here to give us inside scoop on his Riddle.
Hey everyone, good to be back.
Yeah, the Duffles, as I tried to say, but
you really
it's like 2 letters off. Like if it was just 2 letters, 2 letters different, it would be perfect. But yeah, and then obviously we're going to be doing our typical Evolution Battle Royale and the Stream Elements giveaway. So yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Let's start off with the general Infinite update. Maev is not with us today. He had to go, I think, take care of some personal things. So Jake, fill us in. Tell us about Infinite.
Yeah, right now Infinite is in its private beta for us to do our internal testing on it. So, we just were able to get our hands on an updated solo version. We're not yet playing PvP versus each other yet, but we're able to try out all the skills, try out the different combinations, all that type of stuff. And I'm not sure what's the date we're shooting for. I still think we're shooting for Q1 for actual beta release. Liviu, do you have any idea on when beta release will be available for the cube holders?
Hold on. Before that, I do have to interrupt for just a second. I did forget to mention that we also have a few new rune words being released today. So look forward to that. And one of them is going to be a secret one that we're going to be releasing the recipe later on the stream. And yeah, go ahead, Liviu. Sorry for the interruption.
I'm also not very sure, but it can be a little bit later than Q1. Giving a general update, or will you go on Blackbeard with that?
So what types of things would you guys like to know about Infinite? I've been having some fun testing out the skill combinations. I'm trying to get a bunch of skill updates ready for Twitter, for the social medias. Anybody have anything they want to say on
last time, Liviu, right? Yeah, I think it was mentioned before. We're getting these skill combinations. We'll be able to chain moves together. Is that going to be kind of action point based, or is there going to be a limitation to what we'll be able to do, or how often we'll be able to pull these combos off?
So right now we are trying a system where we trying to remove all the cooldowns from all the skills, right? So it will be more energy cost based, right? So basically you will be able to like spam one skill, like let's say 10 times, but you will be limited by your energy and energy regeneration, right? Like a higher level character with better items or something like that will have a higher energy pool, right? And he will be able maybe to spam a little bit more, or to reduce that mana cost or energy cost, how we call it. So right now we don't have like such limitations beside only energy. So if you are able to make a combination 2 times in a row, then you will be able to, if you have enough energy for that.
Okay, so we kind of moved away from cooldowns on the individual items and skills to actually an energy pool where it's your kind of choice what you do with that energy, and based on your tactics and your regeneration rates, I guess. It's very interesting to hear. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think something that you did mention, levels. So how is leveling going to work in Infinite? Are you going to be trying to PvE, or is it going to be levels over time? Or is it just going to be based on the stats of your characters, your items, or what?
When I meant levels, I would just wanted to say the equipment. So the rune words everybody will have. So it's I just said levels. So I'm not very sure if there will be any levels in the character progression. So I will not tell anything about that. But who knows if we get any ideas about that.
Gotcha. All right, so for just more general questions about just like Infinite. How are we going to be doing like early access? That's one of the components of the Founders Cube is that it grants early access. So how exactly are we going to be handling that?
I think that would be a good question for Matt on the blockchain side of things. I was thinking possibly that there would be a contract that checks your inventory for the cube. I know people had a concern about if they were able to transfer the cube yet still be able to play on their particular account. So how would that work, Matt?
So the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll definitely need to, if you've got a Binance cube, so if you purchased your cube from the Binance marketplace, you will need to burn that. And then in response, we will send you one of our own cubes from our own contract. So we won't actually be able to recognize the Binance cube. So there's no rush to do that, but when early access does open, you will need to do that before you can get early access. In terms of doing things like buying them, selling them, etc., then the idea at the moment is if you've got the cube in your wallet, then you will have access to early access. So let's just say that early access has started, we're 2 or 3 days in, then you decide to sell your cube on the marketplace. That means that you will most likely lose your access to early access, and whoever buys the cube will gain access to early access. And that also means that, let's just say, I don't know, we're a week into early access and you think, okay, I want to get in on this. I don't have a cube yet. If you buy it from the marketplace, then that will enable you to have access, even though you didn't have it at the start. That's how it's looking like it's going to work at the moment. So as long as you've got that cube in your wallet, then you will be part of early access. And if you transfer it out, then you'll lose that access.
Yeah, and of course, for early access, are we going to be looking at rewards in early access?
I think it has been mentioned that there will be rewards. Yeah.
Yeah, boosted rewards in early access. So I guess early access is going to be even more lucrative than Infinite when it actually releases.
And if you want to get your hands on a cube and not have to pay, I have an ongoing series of Twitter contests to win a cube and a fully equipped character. Right now, if you go on Twitter, you'll see a pinned post. All you have to do is retweet that post, like it, and tag 3 friends in the retweet. And I'm going to choose a random winner to receive a cube. Then in another week or so, I'm going to have, after this first contest ends, I'll have another one. And thinking about doing the haiku contest as suggested on Telegram. So you'll be able to win a cube by doing an awesome rune haiku. So yeah, keep that in mind and keep your eyes on the Twitter for all those contests.
All right, and I guess I want to talk a little bit more about the rewards of Infinite. So what kind of rewards are we going to be looking at? Like, is it going to be Rune rewards, or is it going to be like RXS or Zod? Is it going to be similar to Evolution in that sense, or how's that going to work?
Well, my understanding of it currently is that it's going to be based off of Evolution's system, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay like that forever. I think we will introduce more, a more complex reward system that takes into account your ranking and your performance, and also introduces new items at higher ranks, things like that. that's all I can really say on that front at the moment.
Yeah, and I believe it was mentioned that the rewards in Infinite are going to be probably a good amount higher than they are in Evolution, right?
Yeah. That's, I believe, to be the case. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's something that, a lot of players are going to be looking forward to. Infinite's definitely going to be a lot different than Evolution in terms of how much you can expect to get from being really good at the game. And that's definitely something that I'm going to be looking forward to, right? And that's also something that can have the potential to propel it into a top esport as well. All right, so I think now I'm going to jump into the little video that I made showing you guys the skills of Infinite, and we can talk a little bit about the skills. Liviu can give us a little bit about of insights on the development of it, and Eggy can tell us a little bit about the rune words that are in combination with that. Go ahead and jump to the other scene. Here we go. The first skill that we got is the Arcane Orbs. I think it's kind of when I think about it, it's like kind of like Aurelian Soul. It's just like you get close to them and then the orbs deal damage. We have Shuriken Dance. And actually, let me pause the video for just a second, so I can.
I just wanted to comment a little bit. The first skill.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead and rewind. For the Arcane Orbs, I do want to mention that this is going to be the skill that's associated with Blur, and Blur is going to be one of the new rune words that it's going to be released today.
Mind, Panda.
It's hard to say. Come on. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Liviu.
So the thing about this skill is if you don't hit anybody with these balls, right, then it will not explode. So you need basically to hit, I forgot how many times, it's about 8 or 10 times with the balls, and then it will automatically explode, dealing extra damage.
All right. So next, Shuriken Dance. Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can keep talking about it.
It can be used both defensively and offensively, right? So if you see your opponent activating maybe a melee skill, which will cause you some damage, but needs him to come close melee range for you, you activate this skill, right? So he will think twice before closing the range with you, because the explosion deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, Coffin, if you do want this skill, make sure you go ahead and craft Blur. We are going to be showing you guys the rune words in just a few minutes.
How long does Arcane Orbs last if you do not come into contact with an enemy?
So, all these durations, damages is like work in progress, right? Because there's a lot of work when it comes to balancing everything. But let's say 5 seconds if that helps you.
Yeah, that seems to be around the duration that you can see in the little video. But yeah, so again, there's no cooldown, right? So you can use it as much as you would like, as long as you have the energy for it.
Yeah, right. So but I guess there is just one limitation for these types of skills, which consists of an activation and the period of activation, right? So you will not be able to activate one more while the first one is activated, right? So you will not be able to summon, let's say, 8 balls spinning around.
Oh man, but I want more balls.
Which could be an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Think about that.
All right. So the next skill, Shuriken Dance, and that is going to be the skill associated with smoke. Obviously, an item that is already heavily coveted. And yeah, this skill seems very interesting, as if it's spammable. As you can see, that you can basically cover your entire screen with it. So it definitely has the potential to be very strong. But again, it just depends on the energy cost as well as the damage, right?
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly for damage.
Yeah.
Maybe for a high movement, against a high movement enemy, it can be used. So he will, if he moves, he will just catch more blades while moving.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good skill to just catch the enemies and prevent them from using movement skills.
Yeah, the next skill I got on the video is Firestorm. I believe this one does not have a rune word that is currently associated with it. Everything is currently in development. Everything is subject to change. So, the rune words that are associated with these skills in this video, it may or may not change, depending on whatever Eki feels, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's it. Of course, I confer with people, but
Yeah, I think you expressed that you want a general, like a theme, right, with these skills and the different abilities.
yeah, that's my feeling on it is that the name of the rune word should have some association with the attributes it gives you and the skill it unlocks. So if you see an inconsistency between the rune word name and kind of the theme of it and the skill, it will probably be changed when there's a more thematically appropriate option available, and another rune word will come out that better fits the skill. So yeah, just something to keep in mind, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the video play a little bit. I know I've been pausing a lot just so we can go through all of the different skills, and yeah, you guys can make any comments you would like about it. I really like Leap. Leap reminded me a lot about Maple Story, about flash jumping all over the place, so I thought that skill was pretty fun. But it is interesting to note that's a damage skill, right?
Yeah, it's both attack and movement skill type. So yeah. Anyway, it will have an animations of the character leaping, of course. So, and I think we'll adjust the speed of leap. I think it will be based on the weapon attack speed, right? And also the area of damage will also be scaled by the weapon type.
Cool. So Aqua Beam. So does this have like a freeze effect? It looks like there's like a little bit of a freeze effect, or
this is not a freeze effect. It's supposed to be like a getting wet effect. So after that you can use some ice skills and freeze the enemy.
All right, let me go ahead and pause a little bit right here. The next couple of skills that are coming up are going to be, I think, ultimates. And these are skills that are only activatable in combination with other skills, right?
You're absolutely right, yeah.
Yeah, so the first that I have on here is going to be Infernal Cadence, or Cascade. Infernal Cascade, I'm sorry. And that's also going to be the skill associated with one of our new rune words, Hellfire. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Let me go ahead and play that again so you guys can see it in its full glory. So yeah, pretty cool. If there's a way that you can CC somebody under that, I'm sure that would do a lot of damage. And then got Blizzard. This one does not have a rune word currently associated with it, but it's also an ultimate skill that has to be used in combination with, I believe, Frozen Orb. And yeah.
So again, these are moves that you're setting up, aren't you?
The Blizzard is that ultimate skill which will be activated only after you made the enemy wet and use the cold skill and freeze that enemy. Then the Blizzard will be available to be casted.
All right, so yeah, you guys have any more comments about the skills? What's like your favorite that you guys have seen so far?
I do like the look of those ultimates. I think it's definitely going to be hard to pull them off in battle against someone else trying to trap them into the area that you're targeting. But yeah, looking at those those kind of damage doers that we've seen on screen just now, I think definitely is exciting. Can't wait to try and pull some of those off. I think you get bragging rights as well, don't you, if you manage to land it?
Yeah, so it does seem like, at least from the making of this video, it seemed like pulling off the skills it's not really very difficult. It's just that a lot of it's probably going to be determined by how much energy it costs and how much damage it does, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if you're
but
targeting a
against
certain area, the map's massive, isn't it?
if it's against moving targets, it will be much harder.
Yeah. Well, it'll be hard. It'll be hard to hit. It'll be hard to hit it.
Because these conditions will have like some time frames, right? So you need to connect those in a certain time frame in order to execute an ultimate, right? So it's not just making an enemy wet, let's say, at the beginning of the match, and after 10 minutes freezing him, and then you will cast the ultimate. No, so you need to make all of these conditions in a time frame in order to execute the ultimate.
Right.
So against some dummies that are staying in place, of course, that's easy. But against a opponent who will be using like flame dash or other movement skills constantly, it will not be that easy to do. So you will need to think about how you will spend your energy and so on.
Yeah. So.
And will your opponent be able to see the area that you're targeting with your ultimate?
Right.
Or is that only in your screen?
So depends on the skill, because like we don't have a lot of skills which shows let's say the area affected. One of the skills is the meteor, so we need to think about that. Like that's an interesting question. Like right now, both the opponent and the player sees let's say the point of collision of the meteor.
Yeah.
But that's basically the opposite side of it, let's say. But the good side about the meteor, it's the high damage, right?
Yeah.
So if you manage to maybe stun the enemy for the duration of the meteor falling down, you will be high rewarded with insane damage.
Yeah, just letting you guys know that no mobility skills were shown, but obviously if you can imagine a mobility skill with no cooldown, like it'll definitely make the fights a lot more dynamic, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. I like that answer.
I was thinking of making the movement skills with like high energy costs, right? So depending, I mean, you will be able, of course, to cast like, let's say, the lightning step like 4 times in a row or something like that, right? But then after you need to think about that, right? If you want to move that far away, and you will be left without energy to maybe cast a defensive spell or an offensive spell. So yeah, it's a question about balance. It's like one thing is to develop all these skills, but the other thing will be to balance all of this, The last 10% is like 90% of the time spent to make this feel good.
All right, cool. So I think that's enough for showing the skills. Let's give you the chance to talk a little bit about the development of Infinite. Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor. Tell us whatever you want to say. You can be as candid as you would like to be. Tell us everything going on.
Yeah, we reached a point where we are just working, as I talked now about the balancing and polishing. We are spending most of our time fixing bugs, improving the visuals, the feels of the game, right? The feedback of the skills. So making it more fun and more pleasant for the eyes, as well as spending a lot of time on balancing, right? Making new systems and thinking about how much energy skills will drain, right? How we want to use that to make a more interesting and engaging fights, and so on. So, like, less new content, but more polishing of the content we already have. That's pretty much it.
Okay, that's it. All right.
It's basically nothing new to show, but we are working.
All right, cool. So, give us like a general, a brief idea of, how far is Infinite into development? Like, what is working, what is not, what has still yet to be worked on, what is, in progress,
So as I said, we have like 90% done, but the last 10% are like just a lot of testing, tweaking, and repeating these actions. So nothing, not a lot to talk about right now. Like if somebody from development, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because we just can't release the product in this state, because if you want something beautiful, right, something responsible, not responsible but responsive, so you have to wait a little bit for something really good.
Yeah, exactly. So, as some of us have probably seen with Cyberpunk,
That's a
yeah.
good example.
Yeah, if you rush a game too much, it's gonna come out in a
And the
very
first,
buggy.
another thing to understand for everybody is like it was the holiday season, so uh, a lot of workers were on holidays, so you know we can't work on holidays, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the team members were new as
Yeah,
well, only recently joined. So I think it's a bit unfair to then expect them to work over Christmas.
yeah, right. So, and even I broke my PC on holidays, so I made my holidays like twice as long as
Yeah, go ahead.
needed.
Tell us the story. I know you were telling me, in our pre-stream meeting about, what was going on with your computer, but tell us a little bit more. Give everybody the information.
So it was the last day of holidays. I was happy that I will start working again on Infinite. And my wife was doing some cleanup, and she touched the PSU wire, and bam, PC
Bam.
broken.
Oof.
My heart also. And and it was like Christmas, like old style Christmas or something like that, right? I mean, we were not like doing something, but it was Christmas, let's say like that. And I was like, okay, I need a new PC. I think it's time, because the old PC is already like 5 years old. And of course, I did a lot with him, and it was the time to make a new one. It was, I think, Friday, and here in my country, I ordered all the new PC parts, and in my country, all the deposits are like closed during the weekend, so I needed to wait like another 2-3 days to get all the PC parts. And the pro me in hardware said, okay, I will build this PC by myself, because the first one I built it and it lasted 5 years. I'm so good at this. I really am, but it's not about that. I built this PC, installed Windows, installed the drivers. The first thing I did, I ran the benchmark to see how cool my system is. And the benchmark said, oh, well, your CPU is like 40% less powerful than expected, like for this model, right? And I stayed 1 minute and think about it. I said, oh, damn, I forgot to overclock it, right? With such a system, I need to overclock it, because it's not enough anyway. Absolutely. I had an Asus Z gaming Wi-Fi gaming motherboard or whatever. I turned on the BIOS, and there was try the AI overclocking from the Asus. So I did not do any manual stuff, like setting the voltage manually or stuff like that. I clicked on that, restarted the PC from BIOS, and bam, blue screen. I said, okay, this happens when you try to overclock, right? If you messed up the voltages or something like that. And I said, okay, let's restart again. Maybe the AI, artificial intelligence, is, learning something about my system and something like that. I restarted the PC, bam, nothing. I couldn't even enter the BIOS, So it was entering the BIOS. Another time was not entering the BIOS. Motherboard was giving me an error about the NVA RAM, CMOS battery and stuff like that, right? I thought it's the motherboard. maybe after the overclocking something burned out or stuff like that. Okay, so I called the company from where I bought all the PC parts, and I said, your motherboard is bad. Please give me a new one, but I need it urgently, like today, because I need to work. They said, oh, sir, we don't return money, but it will take 2 weeks for our department to test it and give you an answer. I said, come on, 2 weeks. What should I do 2 weeks? And I bought a new motherboard, the same one, and came back home. It came the same day, like evening. I started to pack the PC to connect all the wires. It didn't even booted, so only BIOS and nothing more. But I was getting another error, and then I understood that maybe it's the CPU, which got broken after the overclocking. So I found a guy who is like doing all these cool PC builds, like custom water cooling and stuff like that. And I said, okay, this is my problem, blah, 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 blah. And he said, okay, let me take a look at it, but bring it in like 1 or 2 days or something like that. I bring it to him, and he was, okay, I'm getting the same errors as you. So we were talking, and suddenly he had the CPU model I wanted, which was a much cooler CPU model, and the motherboard needed for that. And I said, okay, I will sell you my parts with like 50% discount. You sell me your better parts, and we build a new PC basically from what I have and the new CPU and motherboard. So he built the new PC, and yeah, that's how I spent some extra like 800.
But hey, let's look at the end result. I think the end result is worth it. Look at it. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. So what graphics card is that?
It's a 3080 Ti.
3080 Ti. For those of you that aren't aware, that's like a $1,800 GPU, at least in the States, and I think from where you're at, it's significantly more, right?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. It is missing the Rune logo.
Please no.
It is missing the Rune logo, That graphics card is probably sponsored by Rune.
I need a Rune sticker. Please send me.
Yeah. But hey, what games are you playing? Like what are you planning to do with it?
So everybody will be impressed. I use this crazy machine for Diablo 2.
Come on, do you play anything else?
So I didn't even had time to install anything else. Oh, I installed the Cyberpunk just to see how the graphics is going on, like with the RTX. I didn't see any difference, to be honest. Maybe because their game is not that as promised.
So basically what you're saying is you bought this computer for Diablo and to work on Rune, right? That's how dedicated you are.
I bought this PC just to make the workflow faster, so I can develop faster.
Exactly.
And bring Infinite much faster. Right?
Exactly.
So everything for you guys.
Exactly. There we go, guys. It was definitely worth the investment. All right. Yeah, do you guys have any questions in the chat for Liviu here? I think I have a few more things that I would talk about a little bit. I'm sorry, what was that, Disco?
I just said that is definitely a worthy investment. If you've got to justify it to the wife, I'll back you up on that. If it gets infinite faster, I'm on your side.
Okay, thank you.
As we all are.
That's what I said to her. It's all for work.
Exactly.
I can't work with when the RAM sticks are not RGB.
Yeah.
Hey, but I guess this kind of leads into the next question I want to ask you. What are some of the challenges that you faced outside of your computer blowing up?
what other challenges
Yeah.
when on holidays.
Just like, have you guys experienced any like problems, any technical difficulties, any problems with the
in the development?
typical development issues?
No, because we are professionals.
Okay, there we go. There you have it, guys. There you have it. That's why Liviu makes the big bucks.
Years of experience, like they are just negating this fact. Like, you're not facing problems anymore.
Exactly. See, that's why he lives in a mansion. That's why he has a $6,000 computer. That's why we pay him the big bucks. All right. One last question from me, and then let's get some questions from chat. I just want to ask, like, how is matchmaking going to work?
Okay, so right now we just want to make something very simple. I don't know. I think in the final version, when it will be open and official released, it will be like much different matchmaking. But currently, we just want to make some simple rank system, right? So you have some ranks, which will, for the beginning, will be just some, let's say, some numbers, integers for the ranks, and basically you will be matchmaking based on your rank. So higher the rank you are, you will be matched with higher ranks players, right? Simple. But that's just for the closed beta. After that, we will change it, I think.
Yeah, so, I mean, do you know what happens? Like, what if the only two people that are queuing up are like pretty far in rank? Are they going to get matched against each other, or are they just going to have to wait a little bit?
They will wait a little bit.
They'll have to wait.
I mean, I think it will just happen like usually it happens in League of Legends, for example, right? The higher you are in the ladder, or how it's called, I forgot already. So, for example, the challenger, people could wait like 10-20 minutes to get a match, right?
Yeah,
because of high the rank they are. Because, of course, we will not put a, like, let's say, rank 100 with rank 1. Maybe if we do, then the rewards will be like proportional to that rank gap, right? If the lower rank manages to beat the higher rank, he will get a lot of rewards. I don't know, or like a higher increase in rank, if we count that as a reward.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like it's gonna be maybe kind of like a ELO system, a MMR system, but maybe not quite, maybe not as complicated.
Yeah, something like that. We will see how complicated it will get.
Yeah,
with the time.
All right. Yeah. So any questions in chat, or any questions from anybody else in the podcast? I'm sure that it's infinite. Come on, we gotta leave you here. You got a lot to talk about.
I think everyone just wants to know when, but it's the one question that we're not going to.
All right, guys. When infinite?
How many how many skills are we looking to kind of go live with in that Founders Cube early access period? And is that going to be the same number of skills as when we go live for the kind of public beta? Or do you think we'll have introduced more skills when we actually come out of that exclusive time period?
It's very, I don't know. So I can tell just how many skills we are prototyping and have at the moment, right? Because it's not my decisions which skills will remain in the game, right? Which skills will, especially this rune word skill relation stuff, right? So we are not we didn't decide it yet which skills will remain, which skills will be in the combination, on what items, rune words, etc. So as the process goes, right, we are making new combinations, maybe new rune words, assigning new skills, choosing from the skills which we already have, making new skills which we think we need to add, right? Because we have a lot of ideas, and like we just need to make them, right? And make all the correlations with the rune words.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question from Dragon
We
Life.
can just say a number,
Okay,
like 50, 60, 100. So
Yeah, I think the more, the older the game gets, the more skills, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
more and more coming up in the future. So
Just
Dragon
a
Life.
guess, but
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
It's just a guess, but with each new rune word, I guess a new skill will appear or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's
Ekkeharta
the
can
idea.
confirm that. Yeah.
1 to 2 skills per rune word, usually 2 for like two-handed rune words since they occupy 2 slots and stuff like that. We have like an idea of kind of how the meta should go in terms of skill assignment to different equipment slots that we're not going to necessarily be able to adhere to initially, but yeah, that's the eventual goal. And just building it out as things happen, just like we did initially with Infinite or Evolution. It's just an evolving game, evolving skills, evolving rewards, evolving matchmaking, etc.
I think we have actually had some projected numbers from the shadows in the chat. So for anyone who's not reading up on there but is just kind of listening to this stream in the background, looking for about 20 attack skills, 5 movement skills, 5 defend skills, 5 close combat skills, 7 buffing skills, 2 healing skills, and 5 ultra skills. So those would be those ultimates that we've been seeing, and that'll be for the early access. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's plenty to kind of play around with there, I think, and really experiment with those kind of combinations, chaining moves together, and that energy regeneration system.
Our very own Ricardo asks, can we fight without rune words? So basically with nothing at all. Are you able to attack at all or anything like that?
I think that's not a question for me. Help me, Eke.
Can you punch someone in the nude?
No nudes.
Yeah. Well, we have a definitive answer in the chat. You can. It probably won't be as effective as with the rune word, obviously, but there are some skills that will be kind of given to everyone that are more basic, but they will be by rune words modded and improved and changing pretty substantially. So, well, in some cases. And you can mix those skills in with the ones given to you by rune words or mod them using other rune words that contain those mods, essentially. But yeah, because of this, you'll be able to do things naked. You just will have a harder time, a much harder time. So maybe that's the basis of an achievement.
All right. I don't really see any other questions in chat besides for when early access. Do we want to give like a little bit of a time frame? I think it is on the roadmap that it's going to be Q1 of 2022. Do we have like maybe a little bit more general idea?
I think that's still the date at the moment, isn't it? Still aiming for that Q1.
Yeah, so Q1, that's from like what, January to is it April? March?
Yeah,
March. All right, so it'll be coming, relatively soon. You guys have something to look forward to.
Otaru has a good question. Will your enemy's equipment be visible so you know a general idea of your opponent's skills so you can start figuring out a strategy?
I think that's an end goal, right? So you have a time frame before the match starts, so you will have time to prepare and make some decisions.
I don't know if you'll see the specific rune words that they have equipped, but I think, yeah, the goal is to have it such that your visual presentation of the character will give some indication. Like they'll be holding a great sword if you have glory. They'll be holding 2 daggers if you have 2 daggers equipped, etc. But you'll be able to see evidently their skills and such. And so that's pretty much all you would need to base your strategy. Yeah, and there may be like skills we can add that are specifically oriented toward this. So like an analyze skill or something like that that gives you the basis of this person's build or more detailed information about it, like maybe their specific stat makeup, etc. And you'll sacrifice one of your slots for that, but it might be useful enough for you, given the kind of understanding it would give you about your enemy.
That does sound cool to have like something to see their stats, see their items. That almost seems like it would be a very important skill to have. You know, just knowing what the opponent can do. That is probably a very advantageous position to have. But then again, of course, maybe you'll start to recognize the players that you play against if you play a lot. So I don't know. Maybe you can metagame it. D-Hack. What? KAHD. CAD? CAD asks, all classes have the same starting HP and mana?
Interesting question. So we're still working on balancing, so we don't know yet. We will experiment with different stuff and let you know soon when we know that.
Yeah. I mean, since every class has kind of the same currency for using skills, you probably see, you know, not really a discrepancy on energy too much, but yeah, there might be some class-based differences, but we're primarily, I think, aiming for this to be based on your rune words. Yeah.
Okay, John Snow asks, are we going to be able to rent equipment? I think that is something that we talked about it a little bit before on other streams, right? But maybe we want to go over it again a little bit. My Ev is usually the one that answers these questions. Yeah, so whoever wants to jump in, I think the answer is probably going to be yes. That's probably going to be something that's happening.
For equipment rentals in the future, I think that you'd just be putting up on the marketplace for renting and be able to rent different types of equipment. I'm guessing probably the prices would be set by the player. I know Maev would probably know more about that, so
yeah, but that's probably, I'm guessing that's not going to be something that's going to be expected to be in early access, or at least probably not going to be anytime soon. But I could be wrong.
I think that's still quite far on the roadmap. I think at the moment everything's quite conceptual, isn't it? So there's no kind of real agreed way of how that lending would work. Because you know, you can look at the way other projects can do it, but I think there are concerns around relying on, you know, trusting other people, potentially, as we sometimes see, and we like to, you know, make sure our players are secure, make sure they get the rewards they deserve. So I think you probably want to look at, you know, can you actually secure that, and maybe even get the contractual agreement between the person lending the item to that player actually on the blockchain, and you know, make sure that they get everything that they've worked hard for in those situations.
Okay, question from Black Pins. When you lose a battle, does the other player get your items? That will be very interesting for like a high stakes arena match where it's like you fight somebody and if you beat them, you get their items, like RuneScape, right? That would actually be really sick. That's like super high stakes, you know? The more you bring, the better your stats, the higher chances of you winning. But if you lose, you just lose everything. That's actually amazing.
I think there have been, you know, discussions about getting some gambling mechanics in, and yeah, I like the sound of that. That's dangerous. Definitely want to spectate, I think.
Yeah, I'd wear all my low value magicals for those battles.
Or at least we can just make the winner gets one random equipment item from the losing opponent.
Yeah.
So it's not that high risk.
Given how I react to pressure, I will stay far away from those.
And we can introduce some insurance of the item for, I don't know, for some runes. Like a rune can insurance an item, so it will not be choosed, or it will be less likely to be choosed.
Rune turns into an insurance company.
Yeah.
That's how you make the big bucks, right? All right. I mean, that's an interesting idea. I never thought about, losing your items on death. That sounds
That's
really
hardcore.
cool to me.
I like that.
Yeah, I really like
That's-
that. That's a very good idea. Black Pen's no promises that's gonna happen, but thank
I
you
don't
for
know
the idea.
how hard it is to do it on blockchain and stuff, but I
Oh,
like it.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
automatically taking an NFT item and giving it to the winner. I don't know, but sounds like a pain for me, even though I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Okay, that's cool
We'll
then.
we'll add it to the list of things to explore for sure.
Cool,
I like
cool.
the sound of that as well.
Cool, cool. All right. Any other questions you guys see in chat? Are you considering a binded item and a tradable item result in crafting? So I think basically like bind on equip, basically like non-tradable items. I have to say I hate it when games do that. I see why they do it, but I hate it. That's not really necessarily an infinite question. I think just my take on it, because it's like an NFT game and everything, is that like we're not going to be doing like not tradable items, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna have items that can't be traded, then we may as well just do those in game and not even put them on the blockchain. But that's just my assessment of that. But yeah, there's like ways we can approach kind of making things more limited edition, limited use, that don't necessarily require just bind on equip to the first person who equips them.
all right.
There's a good question from Valexos. Will there be mods like 2 vs 2 or 5 vs 5? Any other battle arena modes?
So as far as I know, for the future we plan like more battle modes, but currently we're just looking at 1v1. So we plan making it work flawlessly, polished, and after that we will think about like more battle modes and like 2v2, 5v5 and stuff like that. So it's too early to talk about these modes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have we had Evolution Battle Royale. Now we're gonna have Infinite Battle Royale, maybe coming in the future. But it'll probably be a long time away, right? We got a lot to work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm looking forward to is how guilds will be implemented into Infinite.
Yeah, if we will have 5v5, then guilds will have a place to be.
That's going to be
So-
crazy with guild tournaments.
I will tell
Yeah.
you just one little thing. Like we are having everything coded in that way, so we can have like 2v2, let's say, right? But that's just a little secret, you know?
A secret, just like
the
our secret rune words.
rune words, yes.
Exactly, a secret. And speaking of secrets, we got to move on. We got to do the rune word
The secret
reveals.
lived for 1 hour.
We got to do the rune word reveals, and then maybe we can jump back at the end of the stream to answer some more questions about Infinite. But we are running, already about 1 hour onto the stream, and yeah, Matt, if you want to go ahead and reveal the last rune for the rune word. And
All
I'll
right.
go
So
ahead.
far, we have pull, if, mal, and the last one is sort. If anyone was surprised, well, there you go. There are your 5 runes to craft.
Zod, baby, that's what I like to hear. All right, and if you guys are curious as to what you get when you use all of those runes, you get Animus, a ring, a blackened abrasive circle of metal said to be the product of an ancient barbarian blacksmith. In addition to being brutal to look upon, its wearer also becomes imbued with a boundless aggression in battle, becoming heedless of danger or pain. All right, so what do you guys think about this rune word? What do you guys think about the stats? I think we don't have the infinite stats released for this one yet, but it should be coming shortly.
I think for a ring, it's quite decent. You got 4% yield on there. I think that's in line with the other rings from memory. Does potentially have a bit of burn on there, so you got to watch out for that when you're crafting. And of course, that fee though again, a lot of our players do tend to negate that with some of the other items. Personally, I like Animus, but I might be biased because I got 2 epics when crafting 40 of them a moment ago. So that's my view on it. I'm happy with it. I like it.
How do Ricardo?
I like the stat of bonus yield given as random rune. I like the random rune exchanges, and that's one of the stats that I like to stack right there.
And as you rightly call out, that is bonus yield as well, in fact. So that 4% increased harvest yield could be up to 6%, which is not bad for a single item, especially a ring.
So what is bonus yield compared to like increased yield?
I would assume that's another 2% bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's because with random rune, you normally would exchange it. This time it's simply given to you as a bonus on top of your normal yield.
And it sounds like, I'm guessing bonus yield isn't impacted by burn? Or is it?
I think it would depend on its eventual ordering in that implementation. I think burn normally takes off of yield before the bonus is applied, so then burn would affect your random rune bonus. But I'm not a blockchain expert.
No, you could be right. It depends on the order. Yeah.
All right, and so outside of Animus, we also have a couple of other rune words that are released: Blur and Hellfire. So 2 armors. Blur is going to be the rune word associated with Arcane Orb, and Hellfire is going to be the rune word associated with Infernal Cascade, 2 of the abilities that were shown earlier on the stream. So what do you guys think about these 2? So it's interesting to me that Blur is 4 runes and Hellfire is 5.
Yeah, I guess that's something that I didn't quite spot. But you do have something unique on there in terms of the increase in stats, and a completely new mechanic on Hellfire as well. In fact, with the harvest being vested over time. So what that means is that when you collect it, you're going to be adding an extra few percent bonus on top of what you're collecting, but that's actually going to be locked away for a period of time. So it's something we haven't seen before as a mechanic that is unique to Hellfire at the moment, not implemented yet, of course, as it does state. But yeah, will be interesting to see what that does, what that kind of vesting period looks like as well.
But on the other hand, Blur has a up to 10% chance to critically harvest. I think that's that's pretty big, right? If you can start getting more of these items that stack critical. I know that like in a lot of games, critical is like, more important than attack or whatever the other primary stat would be. Like critical is very important, right? So
yeah, absolutely. I think we still don't quite know what the critical harvest exactly means. But as you rightly say, anything that's kind of a critical and it's a bonus and it's related to your income, you surely want that on your side. I was actually quite surprised with Blur to see it went all the way up to 10% on the critical harvest, because all the other items we've seen much lower ranges, and as you rightly say, because it stacks as well with all your items. Didn't think we were going to get that much on a single one, so definitely going to be looking for to add one of those into my collection with that 10% on it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? You guys think Blur, Hellfire, or I think the other one is Titan? Which one do you guys think is the most attractive? They're both armors, right? All of them are armors.
I mean, I'll be crafting more Hellfire because I did get an epic Blur. I don't have the Hellfire yet, so that is for me is the target. But I think those interesting stats, I might lean towards Blur just because of that critical harvest. That said, that is, and you know exactly what adding an extra 3% to harvest means. So that is also quite appealing too. And there's a bit of magic find on both. Do love a bit of magic find.
And of course, these are also, these are, what am I trying to say? These also have stats, associated with infinite, which is perhaps even more important, right? So Blur has gives you attack speed. That's the one that stood out to me. And then Hellfire gives you movement speed. So both like pretty important stats in a lot of games. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to say which one's better or which one's worse.
Yeah, I think looking at Hellfire, you've got the potential to increase stats. And you've got 10% energy, and when we talk about energy and using those for your skills, that to me immediately kind of sticks out as something that kind of fits in the setups I normally build in games. Swapping that for the extra bit of health or magic find, though, that's a tricky choice, I think. That you get on Hellfire. At least Blur does give you that guaranteed magic to find, critical hit chance as well.
Yeah, what do you think, Eki? You're the designer, right?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
I'm watching everyone else's opinions of them because
I can talk about infinite stats.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so you can't ask what would you choose, because these items like serves two different let's say scenarios, right? If you are against like let's say a fire mage, right, with fire skills, the Hellfire will definitely be the item of choice here. So because you have both reduced fire damage and increased fire absorb. So if I understand correctly, reduced fire damage means it's not your damage dealt with fire, but is the damage which is dealt to you, right, with fire. Mm-hmm. And the fire absorb is also a mechanic of reducing the fire damage, right? So basically how absorb is working is like calculating, so you are getting hit like after all the mitigations done, let's say with 100 fire damage, and this absorb will be calculated after the hit, so you will get healed of that percent. Let's say 10% of 100 is 10, so you will basically be hit with 90. So it's a good defensive armor against fire mages, and also giving what is the increased stat? So it's like 1/2.
So at the moment, the increased stat basically it will determine based on your perfection rating. So it increases across those depending on which perfection you get. I think there might also be the possibility of making that more kind of randomized, but we need to like, I suppose, look into it. So like basically the range of these stats is based on the perfection value of your item roll. So all of them are kind of proportionally increased based on that. And the increased stat is going to use that as well. So if you have, 75 to 100% perfection, you have the 14% health. There may be a way to kind of make it more random. So some elements of the item that we can pull into the game that allow us to randomly sample from those four, maybe use it as a seed value. And then, you might have a mythic that gives 14% health and one that gives magic find, but that's uncertain right now. So at the moment, it's the options are based on the perfection rating. So if you have a mythic Hellfire, you have 14% extra health, which is quite a bit compared to all the other items.
I think looking at the stats as well, and actually the types of stats between them, those to me look like very different loadouts that someone might build in an RPG, in a game that rewards you. Because when you look at Blur and you can see on there, you've got that chance to double your item pickup. You've got a guaranteed 10% magic find. You can move quite quickly. You're taking less damage, and you're hoping for a critical hit and increasing those chances every now and again. That to me looks like a build where you're going out for those items. You're just trying to get the pickups while you're out there. Whereas Hellfire, you can see that that is pure stats for just fighting. That's got the defense. you're taking less damage, maybe increasing your health and energy. So I think it's interesting to kind of see that differentiation as well. Will we kind of see those people building loadouts where they're purely just trying to increase the chances of picking up items and you know, increasing the rarity of them through magic find and other means?
That's the good part about Infinite. Like, you don't just compare the items by the raw stats, right? You are choosing the best item for your build specifically, right? These items can be best in slot for 2 different builds, right?
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about it. It's not like, oh, you have Blur, I have Hellfire, mine is much better. It will not work like that. So.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that Hellfire is both a it's both a fire, like a fire skill, like it gives you a fire skill, right? And then it also is good against fire.
It's something I always was thinking about, like playing as a fire mage and dying from fire damage. So I was thinking always that this is a little bit stupid. So like a fire mage should have something like fire resistance to the fire, right? So he is not defeated by a fire stuff. I mean, still he shouldn't be immune to that, but it's a little bit stupid when you die from fire when you are playing with fire, you know.
Fully agree. Yeah.
That is true.
So I like that. I like that aspect. Yeah.
Will certain builds have weaknesses? So if you have a fire build, will it have a weakness to water or ice builds?
So right, I don't know. Okay. Currently we have some skills can have some passive debuffs or buffs, right? So let's say, for example, some movement skills like lightning step, it can add some like negative movement speed to you constantly. So for example, you move 10% or 20% slower for the exchange of having the ability to teleport, you know, extra fast. So these passive skills will help us, let's say, balance some skills and make some interesting interactions, right? So definitely we can make some, if you have equipped some fire skills, you maybe will be more vulnerable to, let's say, water or ice skills. So basically having your resistance reduced, but that's just some rough ideas, but definitely a possibility.
Okay, I gotta ask.
Come on.
Why is Hellfire blue?
It's not, well, it's
Shouldn't it
more
be
of
red?
a very, very dark blue almost, but it's because it's metal, you know. And
That's
it's
why you're
imbued with-
reducing the damage. It's blue because it's so cold. The fire just comes in, it cools it down. Less damage taken.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess we gotta. I mean, fire can be blue as well, right? Like blue flames. I think they do burn the hottest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The hottest flame is blue.
Yeah.
So,
It's
there you
forged.
go.
It's forged with fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I think we talked a little bit enough about the rune words. It's Matt's time to shine. We got the Duffles. All right, Matt.
When is it?
Determined
Tell
to
us what's
try
going
and
on
make
with
that
this.
stick.
All right. Okay. So what you're seeing here is an excellent piece of work from Sam, who turned this around in 2 days. So thank you very much to Sam for doing that. So this is the leaderboard for. It was the leaderboard for the Riddle. So this is slightly different to something that you've seen before, in that you don't guess by putting the answer in Telegram. So Panda, I don't know if you can switch
Oh wait,
back to
sorry.
it
Yeah, I
in a
was.
second.
Wait, I switched my notes for a second. Sorry about that.
That's all right, no worries. So rather than actually putting the answer in Telegram and forcing me to read every single one that I've had to read for the past few weeks, thanks for that. I have some of them have been interesting. So this one, you actually answer to a contract. But it's not like a nice thing where you go onto the Rune website and there's a nice box that you can put a number in and a button to click. It's a little bit more complicated than that. But to kind of ease you into how you do that, Lazy's made a really, really awesome video that walks you through the sort of first stages of how to do it. And it's quite a technical challenge, so I know that this isn't going to appeal to everybody. It was kind of like a little bit of a labour of love and something I've wanted to do for a couple of months now. So this isn't an official Rune thing, at least not yet, or it might become depending on how well it's received. But I mentioned that, so you don't go and hassle Ricardo, don't go and hassle other Ricardo, don't hassle Maeb. This is a purely Matt thing, so if you have any problems with it, come to me, unless they want to get involved, which is obviously all good. If they do, that's up to them. But essentially there's 10 gates, and each gate has its own kind of question that you have to answer, and the way that you answer it is by looking through the code and sort of working out the question it's asking you. They're all Rune related. That probably gives you a little bit of a hint. They're all sort of things to do with Rune, and they're all numbers. So they're all sort of numbers without a decimal point in them. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Not 1.5, 2.6. Anything with a percentage sign on or a word. It's not signature or anything else like that, or any of these other words that you guys sort of come up with. Or Blave song. It's nothing like that. It's a number. So what you do is you'll take that number, you'll go onto the Rune sign-in site, just like you do to get your evolution signature, paste that in, and then that'll let you through the gate if you get it right. But Lazy's video covers all the basics, so I'm not going to go over all of that again. But just to take a look and see where we are at the minute. The mysterious Riddler, I don't know who this is. This is quite a new account, so I think someone's created it just for this, which is pretty awesome. So Riddler has managed to get through 4 gates and has taken 12 attempts to do so. And each time you take an attempt, you pay a small amount in RXS to sort of try the gate, and that's to stop people spamming them and just trying to guess the answer. So you should put a little bit of thought into it before you guess, otherwise it's going to cost you. But the good news is that every time that you do actually attempt a gate, it doesn't go into my pocket, it goes directly into the prize pool. You can see at the top right that the prize pool is like just over 33,000 RXS. So each time someone gets it wrong, that goes up a little bit. And also in the prize pool as well is some rune words. I think there's 8 of them at the moment. There's some pretty decent ones in there. If you do get stuck on a gate and you need a hint, then feel free to contact me on Telegram. We can discuss the hint, and basically we'll work out an amount of RXS or a rune word that you'll pay for the hint, and then that will go straight into the contract, which will add it to the prize pool. So hopefully by the time this is done, it'll be a pretty decent amount for whoever takes the top prize. So we've got someone who's sold 4 out of 10, and then a few people have sold 3. I think that is Ricardo and Sam who've passed those gates. Sam didn't know anything about the actual thing beforehand, so he's done that off his own intelligence and his own research. And then we've got a few people who've done 2 and a couple who've done 1. So, if you wanted to have a go, then check out Lazy's video, and then you can refer back to this leaderboard to see how you're doing at any time. So I'm glad that people are enjoying it, and we're using this as an experiment. If it turns out to work out quite well, we'll probably refine it for next time, and just sort of see where it goes from there. So I think that's pretty much it from the basics point of view, and sort of where we are at the moment, except I did want to drop one little hint, actually. This is a free of charge one, so you don't need to send anything to the contract. It's just a word. It might inspire you. I'm not going to tell you which gate it's for, but by the time you get to it, you'll probably work out which one it is. But the word that you're looking for is craft, which I thought works well with the rune words that we've revealed today.
It's a secret.
And there'll be a few more of these. It is. There'll be a few more of these, but they won't be as obvious. So I'm not going to wait this way. It's mirrored. I'm not going to just stick them at the top of the screen like this. I'm going to sort of say them bit by bit. Perhaps I'll drop a word here and there in one of these streams, and if you've got a keen ear, you'll be able to listen out for it. Or I might just drop something into a Telegram or Discord chat. So keep an eye on it, and it's something that you might find that when you put them all together, it helps you to solve one of the gates. So that's kind of it for me. And anyone with any questions in the chat, just going to have a quick look through and see if there's any questions.
Hey, I do have
Tom's
some
going to do
things.
some code lessons, which is pretty cool. Sorry, well done. I mean, that's it as well. I mean, like, this is encouraging you to learn how to use BSC scan, because you're probably aware by now that Rune isn't going to rug you, but a lot of projects will rug you, and if that does happen, then you can potentially use BSC scan to get yourself out of a bit of trouble. So it's good if you're dabbling in blockchain to be a bit familiar with how these kind of things work, because it might save you in a tight spot if you get yourself into a project that it isn't as scrupulous as we are. So anyone who wants any kind of information on how code in general works, not hints on the actual gates, but information on how code works, give me a shout. And that's led to some pretty neat community tools like what Sam's done, and some of the other ones that we've shown on previous streams. So very, very happy to encourage that. Just give me a shout. So sorry, Panda, before I rudely interrupted you there.
Oh yeah, so of course, as always, I have some questions. Let me go ahead and pull up my notes again so I remember what I was gonna ask. All right, so do we have any plans to integrate the Riddle into the Rune website? I think that would be kind of cool to have, bring more people onto the Rune website. They can, try directly on there. Everything's Rune related, right? So.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, not for this particular one, at least not at the moment. This was done completely as a side project, as I mentioned. I didn't want to bug Binzi to sort of say, can we move some of the development off of Infinite to focus on something that actually nobody might play. I mean, I'm happy that it's got 9 players so far, and sort of every time I refresh this, there's a couple more, which is great. So I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't want to bug Binzi and take some of the work away from Infinite development. But if we do another iteration of this, then potentially it could be integrated into the Rune website, or again, we might have a better community tool where you can answer directly on this rather than having to go onto BSC scan and do the signature stuff. So yeah, it's something that might evolve into the future, but I think for this one, you're just going to have this leaderboard, which gives you a read view, and if you want to write to it, you have to go onto the contract directly, but it'll probably evolve if we do this again.
Yeah, so it seems like, if we get a good reception, then it's going to be happening again.
Yep. Could well be, yep.
Yeah, and if I'm understanding correctly, you have to get every single gate correctly to get the prize, right? You don't get anything for passing a gate?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, it's all or nothing. Yeah. Although you get the satisfaction of passing the gate. No, you don't. You don't get the reward. Yeah.
Okay, here
and your name on the leaderboard. That is very true. That's on the blockchain. It's there for the rest of the time. So yeah, if you do get on there, then yeah, you'll be on the leaderboard.
How many gates are there? Did I miss? Or
there's 10 altogether. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay,
nice.
I have a question for you that I just thought of off the top of my head. If you didn't make the riddle, do you think you could solve it?
I actually really, really didn't enjoy making it because, I did, but I didn't enjoy writing the gates because it's written in really bad solidity. I always try and write things quite clearly and with like nice comments and make it like quite optimized and stuff. This is just hideous. So looking back at it, makes me feel a little bit sick. So I imagine any actual blockchain developers who stumble across this contract are going to look at this and just immediately go blind and turn away. But yeah, no, I mean, if I saw something like this, if anyone else wants to try and make one to confuse the hell out of me, they're more than welcome to. And I think from what people were learning, then someone probably could. But yeah, I'd give it a go. For sure. You
seem like you're good at riddles. I saw somebody post something in Telegram and you solved it like immediately, and I had no idea how you got that answer, but yeah.
Oh, well, those monks ones from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I loved those. In the end, I had to just shut the lid on my laptop because I kept on saying, no, I'm going to go away and not do the next one. I just couldn't help myself, so I actually had to walk away to stop myself from doing it. The only ones I couldn't do was for anyone who was here a few months ago was the Zavox ones. Those were really, really difficult. So yeah. Anything else is fair game, but those were really tough.
Cool. Okay, we're up to about 1 hour and a half. Let's get into Evolution games, and hopefully we can wrap up a little bit sooner. It doesn't seem like we're super behind on time like we were last week. This week we are going to be doing all of the Battle Royale games with the wall up, so it's going to be very chaotic, and hopefully Eki dies a little bit faster. So yeah, just 1 second as we get onto the and as always, make sure you guys are on North America 2. That's the server that we're going to be on. My Ev's not here, so I'm going to have to try to run everything myself. Bear with me if there's any issues, but I think I got it down. And Liviu, have you tried Evolution at all? I know last time you said that you weren't really like you haven't had any experience with BSC or anything.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
You still haven't tried? Come on, you got to get into it.
I know That's why I bought new PC.
Yeah, new computer just to play Evo.
We need a new PC to run Evolution. The
I
graphics.
know.
Boom.
Infinite was the justification for my new PC. In
Yeah.
fairness,
Yeah,
There we
So,
go.
that was
Don't
the
blame you.
primary. The secondary was like on a fresh PC, fresh Windows, play a fresh Evolution.
All right, everybody, get into I keep saying Evolution. Get into North America too. We'll be starting in just a couple of minutes. The sooner the better, so that we don't keep Matt, Liviu, and Kai up too late. If you guys weren't aware, that's the name of Discomonk. Why does my game never show up?
Doxing. Just kidding.
I'm taken out. Right, I think just to avoid the kind of situation that we ended up into last time, I will give 500 RXS to the first person who kills Eki. So
Wow.
do give us a shout on there. 500 RXS is up for grabs. First person
Easiest
to get
500
Eki
RXS you'll
once
ever get.
Battle Royale starts. And I probably won't pay that to anybody. Is I think his intention to try and stay alive. So please hunt him down. Once you see that, you remember you can click on him. I think it's time to give him a taste of his own medicine this time round.
I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but I think my client thinks that I am coughing in his bed. So my camera's actually following him, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I want to even get out of this. This is pretty cool. I don't have to move my camera. All
What's
right.
gonna happen when they die, though? Oh no.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, you're right. All right. I gotta probably go back in. Hopefully I get my own character. And I press join PTR. Whoops. Wow, I'm still following Coffin. Huh. Very strange. All right, I guess I'm restarting my game. Yeah, please bear with me. Something always has to go wrong. I've never seen this before.
Oh no.
There we go.
Low farm, well done. Doesn't count yet. Waiting for the battle royale to start. But I like to see you practicing.
Yeah. All right. Is everybody on NA2? Seems like we got a decent amount of dragons in here. Let me go ahead and make sure that the wall stays up the entire time.
Wait, I gotta get back over there.
Yeah, everybody get to the right side. Wait, can I keep the wall up the entire time? I don't even know if I can. Am I powerful enough to do that? Let me see. Is the wall going up? I should have
just
disabled
went
it,
down.
but did it just go down or just go up?
It just went down. I don't know if it's gonna follow it up with a going up animation, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's down.
Okay, yeah. All right, everybody make sure you get to the right side. It looks like Bisky is going to be on it. The power of Bisky. We're going to bring up the wall, and we're going to be starting as soon as the wall is up.
Do we want to switch modes to something that's not reverse evolve?
Yeah, whenever it starts, I'll go ahead and change it to Sprite Leader. Yeah, the wall is down, but I want to put the wall up so that the games go by a lot faster. Otherwise, people are gonna like... Okay, yeah, so you can't force the wall up. Okay, well, that's a shame. So I guess everybody be aware that if you are on the left side of the wall is gonna go up. If you are stuck on the left, then I guess too bad for you guys.
See how many people are playing. How many deaths do I have before I have to mingle with everyone else?
Yeah, I think The wall
of
tends
people
to
over
go up around 15 players left. So if you guys see a lot of dragons dropping, you better run to the right. All right, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and enable God Party, enable Battle Royale, change to Sprite Leader, disable God Party, and we are live. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Let me get my controller.
Oh, Lothon, double kill. Me
Yeah,
and aka Black Reaper.
Discomonk always
lasted
dies
a
at the
bit
beginning.
I lasted a little bit longer than I did before. I think that was about 10 seconds this time around rather than 1. So I'm happy. Improving week on week.
Yeah. Usually we die right at the beginning, first 3 seconds.
But that was 3 seconds.
Was there only 3?
Yeah,
that's
that
still longer
probably
than
was
last
less than
night.
3, honestly. That was pretty fast.
That
I
was
felt
instant.
like I was doing okay. I felt like I started off well. Then it just ended.
All right. It looks like it's a Sprite Leader. It is a Sprite Leader, right? Huh. Seems like
Oh,
people
yeah.
are people are moving pretty fast. Or am
I
I?
think difficulty went up already.
Oh, maybe Benzi's messing with it. I'm not sure. I didn't press anything, so wasn't on my end. But yeah, maybe.
Duffles
And,
takes out Lohan.
Ekki's still on the left
Still
side,
alive.
You know
playing-
it.
living dangerously.
Blackbeard's out. Cough in his bed.
I just got taken out.
Maybe I should have just spectated Coffin. Coffin's pretty good. And I don't see the new normal. The new normal is usually here on the right side. I don't see him here today.
I haven't
True.
seen him in chat either.
Yeah, I guess he's busy today. Poseidon, of course, is always here. Probably gonna win 2 NFTs again. Always Poseidon, always winning.
Win at least one evolution and one
let's-
elements.
Oh, Ekki gets taken out by Coffin, so I guess the bounty put on him was You did put a bounty on him, right?
I did indeed, yeah. So cough in his bed. Give me a message, give me a DM.
Oh, Poseidon and Terry gets caught on the left side of the wall. And we are down to our top 4. And Nosuke takes out Sassy Boy. And we have No Scared from last week. We have Coffin and Inosuke. Who do you guys think is going to win? These are all pretty good players.
I mean, look, Coffin took out Ekki. That for me, I think says it all.
He's already a winner.
Yeah, he's
exactly.
already a winner.
He's already a winner.
Oh, but he
He's
just
got
starved
his
himself.
name
He crashed into the
immortalised on
wall.
screen.
He crashed into
Oh,
the
no.
wall, so No Scared versus
Flames onto
Inosuke.
his head.
No
He's
scared and a
I
no
think we-
scared.
He's the true winner. He
Just
said,
in.
okay, I will just give up.
Oh, okay. And
Because
Inosuke
I
starved
No
as well.
scared is the winner.
Yeah, congratulations, No Scared, our first winner. And just letting you guys know, we're going to be crafting Animus today, but we're only going to be crafting 10 in total. So we're going to be giving
Right,
away
all
every
the 10
single
that
one
we're
that we
giving out.
craft. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and disable Battle Royale. Everybody get back in. I'll enable God Party and give you guys about 30 seconds to get back in here, and then we're going to go ahead and start again. Let's see, what game mode should we do this time? Do Marco Polo. I think Marco Polo sounds fun in Battle Royale. So is a bounty on Ekki still there for the next round? How's it gonna work? Are we
I
just
think let's, before I bankrupt myself, because I ended up giving out, I think, twice that amount to Blackbeard gambling on evolution matches with him last week. Let's hold fire for the minute. If Ekki's still alive and it gets to the point where he's keeping me from going to bed and
Alright.
taking my kids from school in the morning,
Logging down the
then
stream.
Alright.
yeah, there's definitely a bounty coming.
I'm gonna go ahead and start.
That's what it was for.
All right, starting the round and disabling God mode. Here we go.
Wow.
Eki
that was
dies
literally-
immediately.
I'm no scared as well. Showing
Wow.
real dominance.
Wow.
And
Team
Well, look.
kills. Oh man.
Took
that
out
was
Disco.
the Blackbeard took me
Literally.
out.
The
I didn't
fucking
last as long as I did in the
millisecond
last
ago, someone was on top of me.
They're staying on
I think
top of
that
you.
serves me right
They're
for
camping
sending
you,
out that
right?
threat. And Matt's down too.
Oh, got taken out by Coffin his bed again, both matches.
Yeah, it looks like who was our
Is
who was
this
our
not
first
Battle
winner? It was
Royale?
No Scared, right? No Scared was the first winner.
No scared.
Hey, it
was,
looks
yeah.
like
Oh,
you don't
man.
have you don't have Battle
No, you don't
Royale
have
on. I
Battle
was
Royale
able to
enabled.
respawn.
Oh man. All right, let me turn on Battle Royale. All right, sorry about
Hold
that,
on, let me
guys.
respawn first.
Too late.
So it
It's
just
already
took me
turned it
out.
on.
Ah, I missed it.
Sorry, guys.
Cheers. Oh, well.
I died again right away just to keep it fair.
I gotta.
I mean, to be fair, I think I died 3 times, or maybe even 4 during
Ah.
that period. So I think it's fair that I'm not playing.
I miss having
Not
my
that I've
F.
lost
I have to
very
do everything. So scared. Where are you, Maev? All right, so who's alive? You guys are all out, huh?
So Hutaru takes out Jake. Blackbeard is down. Black Reaper is down. Sorry.
Yeah, I was already down.
Hotaru also takes out Coffin. Hotaru is doing well. Lofarn's still in. I feel like I haven't seen Lofarn win many of these, despite him, definitely being one of the best players on EU.
Mhm. I think it's a very different game mode, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And he also, I don't think he has the best ping on NA.
Also true.
Yeah, it can mess you up if you're always used to playing with good ping and then you have bad ping. Oh, there's a wall. I guess 3 dragons are dead from the wall. It's down to Poseidon, Lofar, No Scared, and Sassy Boy.
Pulling for Lofarn.
Yeah, let's go Lofar. Let's get a win. But we know that Poseidon's probably going to win at least one of these games, so. Look at the poor little dragons on the left. They're still alive. They look so sad. They're gonna starve. Oh, Lofrong gets taken out.
Oh,
No Scared is Sassy Boy.
Yes, Lofarn. You're still the winner. in mine.
Poseidon's down.
Yeah.
Zoe starved.
Oh man, everyone's
Not many
so
left
fast. What the? They're so fast. Sassy Bro runs into the
Difficulty
wall.
like 6 times.
Yeah.
Who's gonna starve first?
It is Marco
It's really
Polo,
hard
right?
to follow
So
them with the Marco Polo camera.
it is Marco Polo. They're not. They don't want to find each other at all. But there's barely any
I think at
sprites
this
left.
speed-
What's gonna happen?
At this speed, you're just staying alive, aren't you?
Yeah, you're just trying to eat as much as you can.
Not hit those walls where you're gonna starve by the time you move away from them.
Oh man, they're so close to each other. I wish there was like a way we could make it so that sprites just like don't spawn at all, and then there's only like a limited amount of sprites left in the game.
So you are, fighting over resources even more, I guess. Then
Yeah, so whoever gets
you can just turn
enough
off sprite
sprites will
respawns,
just-
can't you?
Is that a trailer for Infinite?
Oh, Sassy
Oh,
Boy. Sassy
No
Boy gets a
Scared-
win.
No
I guess.
Scared has
Yeah.
starved.
I think No Scare ran into a wall. So Sassy Boy. All right. Let me go ahead and do this again. Make sure I do it the right way. Enable God Party. Disable Battle Royale. What should we do this time? What is Perfection? There's a game mode called Perfection. I don't think I've seen that before, but should we try it?
I don't know. It's a bit of an unknown quantity right now.
It might be a different. It might be a different. It might be reset difficulty as well. Yeah, it might be a different. Might be a new game mode. Perfection. Huh. I've
Hopefully, it gives you a bonus per mythic you have.
never. I've never seen it before. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. I guess I'm gonna start it and then Enable Battle Royale? Oh, it's mixed game mode too. Alright, I see.
Okay.
I don't know. Alright, Battle Royale is enabled. God Party is disabled. Here we go. Coffin dies immediately this time. Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh, didn't
How does
expect
it
that.
fit? Oh, not good, I bet.
And did I just took out Blackbeard?
That was some
That's it.
revenge.
All of the
That was
team
revenge. You
kills.
took me out right at the beginning last time, and now I'm out.
I feel like you guys just kill each other immediately and then just die.
Hey, look, I've got a kill this time round.
We got that
Definitely
bounty on each
improving.
other.
No Scare takes out AKA Black Reaper.
So many people are still like tempting fate playing on the left side. You know, they're not scared.
I think
Well,
we're
you're
seeing
kind of
quite a bit
tempting
of
fate
congestion in
either
the
way,
centre.
honestly.
Yeah. I guess so,
Well,
but just as I
Duffles
say that, it
taking
seems
out
like
the
everybody
right
moved
hand.
away from the left side. Now everyone's
Simon
scared.
takes out Matt. Eki takes out Jared.
Everyone's scared to be on the left. There's so many dragons on the right. Everyone's so close together.
It's like that, yeah. Oh, there's like no sprites over here either. Wow.
Yeah, because they're all on the left.
Terry down to
Difficulty
local.
increased.
Yeah,
And
who's gonna
yeah,
risk
yeah.
it? Oh man, there's like no sprites on the right. Wait, this is crazy. Hotaru
Everybody
is
goes
brave.
to the
Hotaru
left.
goes to the left. Lofarn goes to the left. Hotaru's eating good, but the wall could come up at any second. It does seem like it's getting to that point.
So Drakon, who got the kill, got taken out by Velexos. Velexos got taken
No.
out by No
Oh, the
Scare.
wall's going up.
And
On the
Hotaru
right
is
side.
down.
That was scary.
Yeah, that was
very
scary. You
scary.
almost
Yeah.
if it came up a second
later,
earlier.
and I would have been eaten by
Yeah.
the void.
All right, no scared. Eki, Lofarn, and Sassy Boy. Poseidon gets taken out.
So Lofarn and No Scare both racking up the kills.
Yeah.
Difficulty increased again.
Yeah, I feel like it seems like No Scared is doing really well. He seems to have the most, I don't know, most full belly out of everyone here.
He seemed to be a newcomer
yeah.
recently.
Lofarn
takes out
Eki. Seemed to be relatively new to the streams. I think it's only the last few that we saw them playing.
Lofarn takes out Sassy
but
Boy.
performed very well.
Lofarn
So it
versus
is
No
down to the
Scared.
two.
Lofarn wins.
No, not yet. It just says that.
Oh,
but-
it said last dragon
yeah,
standing.
yeah.
My bad.
Oh man. They're like right on top of each other.
We should add a second wall. Like,
Had a second wall. Honestly, we should just move them into infinite. When is the last two
Difficulties
people?
increased.
yeah, 1v1.
Do our own version of a triathlon eventually.
Oh yeah, you gotta play it.
Evolution to Infinite to Sanctuary.
Yeah, or Guardians. They are not dying. One of them is gonna crash into a wall eventually. That seems to be like the killer, you know.
Yep.
Difficulty
Oh.
up again.
All right, Lofarn
No
actually
Scared
takes a win.
starves.
No scared starves. Lofarn are the third
Congratulations.
winner. Congratulations,
Congrats,
Lofarn. Nice to
Lofarn.
see you win.
Talking smack, and then he went and won one.
All right, battle royale's disabled. God party's enabled. Reset difficulty, and what do we want to do this time? I'll do sticky mode. If you guys run to a wall, you're dead.
What about fast Drake?
Fast rake. All right, fast rake.
We didn't do any fast Drake yet.
All right, fast rake that is then. All right, starting fast rake and enabling battle royale, disabling god party. Here we go. Wait, I said I
it's
stopped
this
battle
time.
royale.
Took out straight away. I didn't
Matt,
last a second. on
Shanks
that one.
out, Dazai out, Velexos out, Sassy Boy out.
Did I reset the
Blackbeard out.
difficulty? It
Terry
seems like
Terry
everyone's
out.
so
Cameron
fast.
out.
No,
Coughing
you
his
did
head
not.
out.
You did not reset
I
the
did not.
difficulty.
Okay, well,
did
I guess
not.
everyone's just speedy. This is the really fast Drake.
I'm loving this. This is great.
Oh my
Fastest
god,
Drake.
everyone's zooming.
I can't believe it.
Wow.
Oh god.
It's gonna be interesting whenever the wall is about to come up and there's only sprites on the left. What are people gonna do? Ooh, are people
my
caught?
God, really? I'm, like, caught on the fucking left.
You got caught with
that
your
is black.
you
That
got
is black
caught
as fuck.
with your hand in the cookie jar. Come on.
Look at my sprite. It's on the right
Yeah.
side, but I'm gonna die here because I'm caught.
Poor Eki.
What
Oh.
happened to you?
Wow, this was a fast round. No Scare versus Renzo.
So Liviu, the wall went up that splits in the middle. Normally goes up when the player count is lower than 15, or lower than 10, sorry, and the wall comes down.
Renzo takes a win.
Expanding the map when the player count is 15 or more. So in those situations, if you get stuck when that wall goes up, you will starve to death because the sprites will stop spawning on that left-hand side of the map. So if that wall's going up, you need to try and get back on the right-hand side or risk game over.
I see. Okay.
I kind of like that round. That was so fast.
You're screwed already because
I also
kind
love
of
fast
blocking up.
rounds.
That was so fast. Oh my god. All right, this time
We
I'm
got
gonna
one more?
I'm gonna do sticky mode. I want to see how that goes whenever when it gets really fast.
How was that mode called when you are not allowed to eat the sprites because it will turn you smaller and smaller?
That's reverse. All of the reverse game modes are like that.
Yeah.
All right, gonna go ahead and start sticky mode. Enable battle royale. Disable god party. Here we go. This is our last evolution game for today.
No.
Discomonk, of course, dies immediately.
Come on,
That was no
are you
fun,
playing
but
or
yeah,
not?
I don't feel too bad.
I don't see you playing. Are you playing at all? Or?
Me, well, you wouldn't see me playing because I'm only in for about a second or two.
I feel like that's every single week.
It genuinely is. So Velexos, Chroma, Coffin is bed, Poseidon, Rienzo, and Lofan is out.
Wait, the
too.
wall's already up.
And the
Wow,
wall
this game
is
mode's so
going up,
fast.
Otario's going down.
I can't even
Um,
see where my character is. Okay, there we go.
No scared is starved.
Dude,
Okay. Oh,
I-
Eki starved.
Eki has
See,
starved.
this is sticky mode. If you hit the wall, you're screwed.
Yeah, you really are. Like my shadow was just completely stopped following me. I just saw it off like half the
Dogmadan
screen away.
gets taken out.
Oh, I know this game
Oh.
is Black Reaper.
Also takes out Blackbeard.
Uh,
So this is Inosaki and AKA Black Reaper.
All right, who's gonna run to a wall first? That's basically what it comes down to in sticky mode. Oh, they
Ooh.
went right at each other.
oh, no, it didn't stick him.
What we need is the sprites to only spawn in the little island, and then people have to go in there if they want to eat. They gotta go in.
Maybe add some like high danger zones and just increase the spawn rate of
Yeah.
sprites in those zones.
The difficulty is up. Few close encounters between the two, but I think both.
Oh,
of
Black
them
Reaper's pretty
seem more
small.
focused on staying alive.
Black Reaper's pretty hungry. He's starved. All right, and Nosuke is our last winner of Battle Royale. So
Congratulations.
all right, I think the game's went a little bit faster today. Let me go ahead and jump to stream elements, and then we can get this wrapped up. If you guys have any more questions for Liviu, make sure you guys go ahead and ask before we wrap up today.
Congratulations to the winners.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we got No Scared, Sassy Boy, Lofarn, Renzo, and Inosuke for
Yeah,
our
well done, all.
evolution winners.
Congrats, guys.
And of course, I think Coffin is the winner of the Ekkeharta bounty.
Yep. Coffin is bed to send me a message either here on Twitch or Telegram. I will gladly pay you that.
Gladly. You sound so happy. Animus.
Becky's not looking too happy. It's all with love.
Animus. Giveaway 1, 16, 22. And you know what? You guys can enter. You guys can buy as many tickets as you want. Screw it.
Well, shit, I need to enter then too. Not like I didn't use 50 of my freaking tickets
you
last
used all.
time.
You already used all of your tickets. All right, and here is the link. As always, exclamation mark enter, along with the amount of tickets you want to
Do
buy.
I even have any points?
I'm sure you do.
Oh wait,
Are you watching
can
our
we enter as
streams?
well? I didn't even know that.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Oh cool.
Yeah, because you know Panda's about to craft that mythic.
Imagine.
Are we
One
allowed
day.
to enter or not? Okay, I will not enter this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna use all my Twitch shards.
Wow. Matt bought 74 tickets.
Hell yes. I've
Oh,
been on
no.
these streams quite a lot. If you didn't know.
Liviu, have you been watching our streams?
I have. I will be honest. I think I watched one stream where I was not on the stream,
Oh my god.
so I have 342 cards. I think
Alright.
it's not bad, right?
Not bad, not bad.
Rank 15.
Not bad.
I think it's decent.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep this running until 3 minutes on the timer, just to try to wrap this up as soon as we can. It was a long stream, but I didn't say it was gonna be a short stream this time. I knew it was gonna be a long stream.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it went by faster than all the ones you said were going to be short.
Yeah, our short streams are never short. Like
It
short, I
wasn't
don't know.
short, but it was exciting, so it flew by.
Yeah, we had a lot of content to cover this week. I wish Maya was here.
I think you already said this today like 5 times.
Yeah, he's always
I wish Maya was here. I
To
miss
be
Maya.
honest, he
I'm so
he
alone
probably
here.
took the day off knowing that these rune words were
Is that
coming
why-
out, 'cause
is
there's
that
no
why-
way he was going to focus on the stream?
You're right. Is
The
that
screen
is that
items
why he's
coming
not
out as
here?
It's
Is that
not
what
a
he meant by what he
coincidence,
said?
No, I used to put the day off for the new FIFA coming out or GTA coming out.
Oh,
For
man.
Maya, it's rune words.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. All right, so Matt has about, what is that? Like maybe,
Like a 1 in 7, something like that, isn't it?
yeah, you have a pretty good chance. Let's see how your luck is. I'm gonna close it at 3 minutes. We got a lot of we got a lot of tickets. Wow, 485. That seems like a lot.
How much is one ticket?
10 points. All right, I'm
10
closing it.
points? I can buy 34 tickets entries.
No, it's too late now. It's too late.
Yeah, I just closed it.
Relax. I will enter next time.
All right, here we go. Tom. All right. See if Poseidon wins, like always. Eki. All right, Eki. Valexios.
That's right.
Dazai. That's a new name. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen his name before. All right. Let's see if Matt. Gotta scroll down. Renzo.
Never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
It looks
I'll
like
just have to earn those tickets back.
The
over
Dang.
weeks.
the 74 tickets was not enough.
It's the karma because you said it's too late for me to join.
All right. All
really
right.
That must be it.
Let me go ahead and get these names in, and then we, as always, we do the wheel.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Wheel of Names. Winners from Evolution and our winners from Stream Elements. Surprisingly, Poseidon is not on here today, but Renzo is on here twice. So no need for the wheel with 10 mythics. One of these days, man. One of these days, it's gonna happen. You know what? Can I get a rune word? Can I get a rune word made for Panda that only has one stat that is guaranteed to be mythic?
Where is my Ev?
It's just a mythic item. That's it. Fair enough. I'll work on it.
Wish
Except it's called, the stat is luck, and you only get negative statistics on it.
Just 100% harvest burn.
My Ev was here.
Negative 100 magic fines.
Oh, you guys can't hear this music, huh? You guys can't hear the spin the wheel music.
Sure can.
Spin
I'm
the
missing
wheel
out
music?
on an essential,
Yeah, we can. I think.
essential part.
Where is... There we go. You know what? I'll let you guys hear the music a little bit. Hooray! Alright, that's enough music. Wow, Renzo and then Renzo again?
Double
Alright.
Renzo.
Yeah, double Renzo. And now we are on to our top 5. Ekki's I'm gonna craft a mythic and Ekki's gonna get it.
That's right.
I can already see it
All for
happening.
it.
Yeah.
Push the
Oh, look
secret
at that.
button.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky.
Desire.
I've got a feeling 500 RXS just wasn't enough of a bounty.
All right, our top 3. Oh, is it gonna land on Ekki?
Probably. Rough.
Oh no,
Oh.
Not.
not yet.
Not.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
All right, here we go. Congratulations, Tom. Our 3rd place. Got no scared and Ekki for 1st and 2nd. What's it gonna be? Your luck ran out.
Is just for the order?
Yeah, it's just for the order. Yeah,
Go on, no scared.
we found
You
this is the
crafted 2
best way
mythics.
to.
It literally like stopped right on my name. Too. That's cool. Look how close you were. Just kidding.
All right.
In the last time.
And our 1st place
Now
winner
I'm
is
really
And the last winner is Duffles.
no scared.
Congratulations.
more than ever.
What is that
I'm
sp-
rooting
okay.
for that mythic now,
Unbelievable.
Panda.
All right.
One of these days, it's got to happen, surely.
It's got to be now, isn't it? So close, but so far.
Now the hardest part of the stream. Clicking on the right page.
I always help.
My Ev was here.
I wish my.
The
Where
other
are you,
hand,
my?
for the first time, this is genuinely a surprise to everybody on stream.
Oh yeah, yeah. No spoilers. The one time I don't wish my Ev is here, he always spoils it. You could probably tell by his face if I ever get a mythic. All right, pull, Ith, Mal.
Yep. And then Zod.
Zod. Do I have to improve anything?
Animus.
I think I do have to approve it. Do I have BNB on this account? I didn't
We'll
check.
find out, won't we?
I didn't check. Oh no, Maev. Why is Maev not here?
Maev, save us.
If you need it, fire me over the address. I'll send you some over.
I guess we'll see. I'm only crafting 10, so it might not be that much this time.
It'd probably be $6 ish worth of BNB, I think, for 10. You've had BNB sent over to you by a mysterious benefactor.
Cool. Wait, what? Why did this not approve? Oh, it's just taking a while.
Dang, my best out of 10 was only a 71%.
Did I not press approve on this one?
Was that on an Animus Blackbeard?
Yeah. 10 Animus, best one 71%.
Oh,
So I did 40.
Sad day.
And I got I think a 95 and a 97.
there we go. All right, transmute 10. Here we go.
Go on, Panda, get that mythic.
Let's get it.
So this is what?
We'll get one mythic.
This is a third ring that we have, right?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Come on, let me click on perfection. What? Okay, that was pretty hard. Is it here? Is it here?
So if you search
Oof.
and type
It's on
Animus
the
in,
right one, the circle.
Oof. That's
All
rough.
magical.
Oh, that's
Wow, the highest I got is 67%.
Panda!
Oh man,
Jeez.
is this a
Did you
really
sacrifice the goats I sent you, Panda? I'm being disrespectful.
is this a really hard item to get a high perfection on? I guess there is a lot of stats, right? So I guess it is a little bit more difficult, but
Dang. Between me and Panda, only one rare, 19 magicals.
yeah, Disco took all of our luck. He got a 97% and a 94%.
I did karma for dying within seconds in every single evolution match.
I want to see at least one with a 0% harvest burn. Come on. Oof, they're all pretty high harvest burn too.
For how much you can sell a magical ring like that?
I mean, he'd have to pay you to take them off his hands.
Oh, there we
They're
go. A
that
0%.
bad.
A 0%
Yeah, so I
harvest burn. Woo!
You probably wouldn't find
Yay.
much demand for these.
Yeah.
Because
Oh my
chances
God.
of you crafting more or less than 50%. You got
What?
0%.
I got 0% on 4 stats. What?
Oh, you got the
Oh.
reverse.
The only point of this item is to pay 13% harvest fee. That's the only
Wow.
point of this item.
But you are forgetting the skills there, and I think that's the important thing to remember.
This is the one for
You know,
Lofard, right? I think this is the one for Lofard. Congratulations, Lofard.
Damn.
How did that even get a
Wow.
34% with that bad
Wow.
of rolls? It's only because the harvest fee
the
is
harvest fee, not the lowest.
highest,
Yeah.
huh?
This one's just max harvest fee. Wow. Oh my
But you
God,
get
these
some bonus
rolls.
shield though on that.
All right, guys. I apologize to everybody that won today, but hey,
I say bring Maya back. Maybe he was the lucky charm.
I am the no luck panda.
When
10
do we
more?
get Eki to craft?
Wish Maeve was here and
I wish Maya was here.
Eki needs to craft next time from his own wallet. That is the key.
Yeah. Do we want to do 2 more or?
Wow.
10 more?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see how much more 0%
let's go.
I can get.
I feel 2 mythics. I feel.
Oh yeah, okay.
The reversed mythics.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna
the
get-
way you're thinking. I'm all about it.
I'm gonna get 2 0%. Oh man, wait, it's still saying that I have 0 runes even after refreshing.
I think that sometimes says that anyway.
Yeah, it might just be a bug. I'll just go ahead and go.
What do you guys say is going to be the highest craft out of this batch?
0%.
I wish we had like partnerships so that I could run like polls and contests on the stream, and then people can vote like what is the highest percent. But
and we get like 1,000 of these crafts, rune words.
where is it?
And we just
Am I
stay
blind?
3 hours and predict what percent.
Where is my Ev?
Wish he was here.
Here we go.
Okay, I gotta craft 10 more myself.
Do it. And good luck.
All right, so I guess we'll be giving away the highest
basically,
10 from
If
the
you get
20.
the blue one, it's like worthless, right?
I mean,
I
it's
wouldn't say
not worthless. This is a topic that we had before, which is that you can actually get some good stats from just getting magical items. It depends on what the stats actually are.
Yeah, okay, but if you just want to sell it because you are getting like 10 magics, right? So you choose the best one.
Oh, I
out
got a
of
yellow
10.
one. I got a yellow one.
Yay.
All right, I got the 0% harvest yield. All right, you know what?
Rest, terrible.
You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just happy that it's at least yellow.
Blackbeard, how about your luck?
Don't worry, next stream Ekke's gonna craft a mythic for himself.
Yeah, you should have Eki craft on the wallet
Yeah.
since he's got so much.
Don't worry,
good luck.
everyone. I'll craft really nice items for myself.
Well, thanks. I
As
appreciate
it happens.
it.
I think
Yeah,
doing
that's my
it one by
favorite.
one
I just
has a
got a
bigger
mythic,
chance
so-
of getting something better.
Hey, that's what was said last time. All right,
It
so I
doesn't- it
guess
just
that
costs
is
you more in
the
gas.
that's the 10.
I definitely find the 40 pools, work out better for me. But I know also that that's just not true, and it's random every time. We like to fool ourselves.
It's all, in your mind. That's what really matters.
Exactly.
That's what really matters.
As long as you're
Alright.
happy.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations to the people that won that won these
Say
rings.
that.
Hey, it might not look great in raid, but who knows? In infinite, it could be completely different. Okay, you guys never
I
know.
mean, that's the key, isn't it? You've still got that infinite skill just been given to
Yep.
you. You don't need to go and craft it.
Yeah, exactly.
You might want to go and craft a better one, but at least you've got one now.
Click infinite. Wait, are infinite skills on there? I thought they weren't. All right, I guess we gotta look at the infinite skills.
It doesn't show up, but you know it will eventually.
Oh, it
work
doesn't.
there, so-
Oh, okay. Well, all right, guys. I guess that's what we have for you guys today. We're at 2 hours. Thank you guys for all staying up with us. Yeah, you guys have anything else you guys would like to say before we end?
No, that
Good
was a
night.
good stream. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a good
I
one.
really enjoyed it. No, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I just want to thank Liviu for joining us here. It's always
Thank
good
you
to have
for-
you on, Liviu.
Yep. Thank you,
Thank you
Liviu.
for letting me coming to the stream.
Yeah, I always
Give us a hashtag Liviu in chat.
I always enjoy your candid responses and your stories. And
I think we've learned so much about Infinite. I can definitely picture it a bit better already in my mind.
yeah, and we learned a lot about
Yeah,
Liviu as
can't wait
well.
to see it.
And I
Yeah.
started to love these gambles with the rune words. I think I will definitely invest some in this rune words.
You're literally just you just want to gamble.
Yeah, I'm a gambler.
All right, guys. Tune in next week. We're gonna have Jackson here. He's gonna give us more details about the creation story of Rune, creation story of Hera, about how the universe came about, how the metaverse came about, I guess. So yeah, stay tuned for next week, and we'll catch you guys all later. Thank you guys for watching.
Nice one. Thanks,
Have a good
everyone.
week,
everybody.
guys.
Thanks all.
See you next week.
Nice
Have a
week,
good
all.
week.